Yes, everyone, what's happening? So I'm just here with one of my brothers, Mike, from Men's in a Mastery Academy. Mike, what's happening, brother?
Hiya, Paul, you good?
I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. So just wanted to obviously get you back on, mate, to share a little bit again about your journey. For where you was before you started Men's in a Mastery Academy, mate, because you've been on a fucking incredible journey, haven't you, brother? So let's hear about it, mate.
Yeah, so I've been doing work now with Paul for 5 years,
Yeah,
thereabouts, mate. When I met up with Paul, it was on the back end of COVID and all the stuff what went on there. So I went from having a really structured life, structured job,
yeah.
high profile job. I was probably in charge of about 50 to 80 men on a daily basis. And once that structure went, I started dipping more into the party life. I had time on
Mm,
my hands. We had money in the bank. The sun was out. And so I went from maybe having a drink the weekend and some recreational drugs and stuff to doing it every other day. And very
mm,
quickly, my life spiraled out of control. Mm.
yeah. Yeah, because I remember we started a couple of years ago, Mike, and you were talking about the struggles you were in, and I think we spoke the other day as well, mate, in terms of where your business is at right now to where it was at even a year ago, and the change to doing elements of this work, brother. What's
Yeah.
happened in your life, like how that's changed? So tell us a little bit about that, brother.
Yeah, so I got to, I've been around and done a lot of uh, self-development. And I got to a point where I thought, okay, I'm with this now. I'm ready to bring my own stuff out there. And then seeing like with men, I
Yeah.
sort of went back into that lone wolf mentality. So I
Mm,
can do this on my own now. I know what I'm doing. And yeah, me and you had a conversation, didn't we?
yeah.
And I quickly realised I need to be back around strong men, men who
Yeah.
have got the same values as me, and men who are aspiring to be better men.
Yeah, and
Mm.
it's so fucking important, mate. It's like the crisis of masculinity, Mike, you know, that we go down this path on our own, brother. Even if
Yeah,
we do the self-development, mate, like a lot of men are, are getting interested in this self-development work, mate. And it's sort of, we try and do everything on our own. There's loads of people doing meditation, breathing, cold water, but they're actually not accessing the deeper work on some level, mate. And they're trying to do it on their own.
yeah,
And when we try to do it on our own, brother, there's a different element and a different power of what happens when men come together. Not just any men, by the way, like men who are all on a mission to be the best that they can be. And I always say, mate, like we call each other to greater heights, don't we?
yeah,
Like you
definitely.
can't not grow by becoming a part of this type of work. Um, so when you was that man then, Mike, if you were looking at, you know, maybe going back 6 months to a year, and even when you started this journey a couple of years ago, what was the main thing holding you back, do you think?
Public opinion, probably what other people
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
100%. It's weird, isn't it? We're
Yeah, we
weird,
care
aren't
so
we?
much, mate, what other people
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So I just stayed in my pain cycle because I knew the outcome of it. And I knew if I went out the weekend, how I was going to feel on Monday morning, and I was just going to be getting through the week, doing what I could get away with instead of what my potential had. And I was just doing enough to get by, to get to payday, to do it all again. And even after I was facilitating my own stuff a year ago, and I felt more shame then reaching out and saying I need to be a part of this. Life isn't
Mm,
going as what I thought it would. I was in a place probably last January where I came into the year and thinking I was in the best place I've ever been in. Looking back now, I went from being on the floor when I started with you 5 years ago to being super inflated. I
yeah,
changed into somebody I didn't even recognise. And so I don't like using the word change now. I prefer to say uncovering because it's already in us, isn't it? We don't need to become
yeah.
a character. Mm.
Yeah, love it, brother. Love it. So that was obviously the thing that made you get involved and take the plunge again, if you like, because it can be hard sometimes, Mike, for us as men. Certainly when you've done work as well, to be like,
Mm.
I'm still fucking struggling here. There's something not right. And,
Yeah,
now I'm a facilitator of other men and other works, and I'm fucking still struggling. Like, who am I
yeah,
to fucking do that? But that's what we can think sometimes, isn't it? Like, who am I to
definitely.
do this when I can't even sort my own shit?
Yeah,
And people think
absolutely.
sometimes, mate, that, everyone's got all the answers. But the thing is, mate, we're all on this journey. We're all learning. No one's got it all figured out, brother.
Mhm.
So there's, from me, mate, there's no shame in admitting that you need a fucking hand up. And equally, mate,
Definitely.
from taking that hand up, if you like, mate, you're
Yeah.
now doing more work in terms of facilitating. You're helping facilitating the group with other men.
Mhm.
So it's helped you step more into that purpose as well and give you that fucking meaning and fulfillment in the world as a man that maybe you were trying to do alone in the
Yeah.
past, mate. So it's a win-win, isn't it, brother?
Yeah, definitely a win-win.
Mm,
Yeah, just being around some of the men in this group. I came out the gym this morning and he had a message on my phone of one of the guys in this group and
yeah,
he just said, Mikey, I love you. And I was like, oh my, that's why we're doing this.
yeah,
Things are changing. And it wasn't like I love you as you're going out the house or at the end of a phone call. It was a
yeah,
specific message just to say, I love you, Mikey. And it just blew me away. I
yeah,
was like, mate, that is what there's change is happening.
yeah.
Men are starting to speak up and starting to feel more than anything.
Yeah, and open up, mate, and know that it's okay to tell another man, by the way, mate, who's your
Mhm.
brother, and it's
Yeah,
not in a way that you might perceive as anything intimate related. By the way, the way men can perceive it is
yeah,
that we say to our brothers, mate, you know what, Mike, I love your brother,
mhm.
don't we?
And he's what I would call a man's man. He's not soft in any way. He's really
Mm,
masculine. He's flying in life. He's a great dad. He's got a great relationship with his partner. He's flying in business. And I was just like, oh my God.
yeah,
From like 5 years ago, I mean, it's easier to call your mate a cunt.
yeah,
Let's be honest. Or it was anyway.
yeah. Yeah, well, it's sort of like, the men that are in there, Mikey, it's not, people can think sometimes like this is cultish or, what is it, like type of thing, or, I don't need to do none of that. But at the end of the day, mate, we've got men in there who are high flyers. We've got men in there who do well in business, the fit men, strong men, family men, fathers, really successful men externally, and strong men. There's fighters in there.
Yeah.
There's men who are doing BJJ. Like this isn't just men who are sitting on the top of a hill hugging and thinking that we're going to
Definitely
change the
not.
world. Like
Mhm.
we are the working man, if you like, and with I say the modern day man, and
Yeah.
what we're stepping into, creating that change for men. So, what would you say then, Mikey, has changed as a result of you doing this work, and for us working together, mate?
It'd be quick at telling you what hasn't changed, to be honest. But what I notice more than anything is I have space. I have an extra second, if you like.
Mm,
Not really. Very, very rarely do I react. I'll always catch whatever comes at me because everything comes at you in emotion, doesn't it? But
yeah,
I feel like I've got that second to make a choice rather than just react and just lose it. Um,
mm,
my ability, all my relationships as well, they've changed dramatically. The ability to listen instead of just sitting there waiting for someone to stop talking so you can tell them about yourself.
yeah,
That's improved massively. Yeah. And
yeah,
business as well. The way I look at business, the way I am around people. So much has changed. I don't
yeah,
recognize the guy I was 5 years ago. Don't recognize.
yeah, yeah. It's profound change, mate, isn't it? It's profound.
Yeah.
And when you started back then, if we went to last year, when obviously Men's Inner Mastery, you're one of the founders, mate. We jumped
Mhm.
in, 2 feet first, ready to go again. What would you say, brother? How long did it take you to start to see change within yourself and start to get results? Because what I
Well,
see, mate, is pretty quick a lot of the time with men. Like they just need to be seen, to be heard, and then to be given a map. I say, mate, you're given a map, men can follow a map. Once they've got the map, they know what to do, don't they?
yeah, absolutely. So I came just out of a breakup at the beginning of last year and I was going through it. And yeah, so I'd say when I started back, I really noticed that the connection had missed being around men. And I'd say pretty much in a couple of weeks. After our first meet up, when we all got
Mm,
together, done some practices and yeah, I had a laugh because it's fun as well. It's not all too serious. It doesn't get taken too serious. You can have a laugh and a joke with it as well. But it was that definitely that connection with men. And it was only a couple of weeks. And I realised again that this is where I need to be. And this is what I want to do. This is my passion. It
yeah.
wasn't long at all.
Love it, mate, because how many men come in, Mike, and these talk about we'll resonate with this, mate. All they do, the only connection they get with other men is small talk. How are we? How are you getting on? Oh, same shit, isn't it, mate? And life shit. And oh, I'm in a job I don't like. I'm stuck in a 9 to 5. I don't want to be in. My boss is this. And my relationships are like this and that. Things are falling apart. I'm going out on the ale every weekend. I might be getting on it. I've got unhealthy habits. I need to get back in the gym. Like the amount of men that start with that type of problem, if you like, and sabotaging behaviors to then becoming part of a journey and a tribe of men that are all implementing the right things in their life, that are all taking the necessary steps to be where they want to be, that are all looking to reach their potential. What would you say to that, mate, in terms of the change that can happen for men that are maybe stuck on this surface level mentality and haven't got a group of men around them, brother? Because a lot of men haven't. I would say there must be 95% plus of men that just haven't got a group of men around them to get them to the next fucking level that they want to move to.
Yeah, so I'd say a lot of men do hold it all in. They keep it to themselves, and as soon as you come amongst men who you look at as strong men, successful men, and you hear them speak, and you realise it's not just me. We've all
Mm,
got the same, very similar issues going on. We're all very different, but we've all got very similar issues going on, and it's just so powerful.
mm,
Um, Hearing a man open up, there's nothing stronger, I don't think. And it just brings you so much closer to them and closer to yourself as well. You're having conversations, it sort of brings up your own stuff in you. And you're like, yeah, I resonate with that. That's why I'm feeling like this. That's why I was
yeah.
doing that. That's why that happened. And yeah, you can change off just off listening.
Mm,
Yeah, it's just so powerful. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So what would you say then, brother, with you knowing exactly what's happened for you over the past few years and exactly what's happened since you started Men's in a Mastery Academy, if you like, almost a year ago, the changes that have taken place in yourself, in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your overall well-being? What would you say to any man who's sitting on the fence, brother, and bring your energy? Yeah, what would you say to that man?
I'd say take the step. If you don't ask, the answer's always no. And you'll feel it. You'll come in and you'll notice change in yourself. And it's just like your body. You're waking up. You start to feel into parts of you that you haven't even recognised. I mean, men live from the chest up, don't we? We don't
Yeah,
allow nothing in. We've got this shield up all the time. Our guard up. We're waiting for somebody to say the wrong thing to jump on them. Waiting for someone to beep a horn and yeah, just you don't have to do it on your own. Just if you're seriously looking to have a better experience in life, this is where you need to be around other men who are looking to do the same.
yeah,
You won't regret it. Definitely won't regret
that's it,
it.
brother. Get on it. This
Yeah, get
train's
on
going,
it.
mate.
Let's go in it.
Train's going.
Mhm.
Boss, brother. So thank you for your time, Mikey, for coming on
Pleasure,
and
mate.
sharing, mate. Obviously, your experience again with me and with the men and with the world, mate, of exactly the transformation that's taken place for you to doing men's work, and you're now stepping into that facilitation role, brother, and taking things to the next level, helping other people and helping other men. So really fucking super proud of you, mate. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thanks very much for your time as well, Paul. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, brother.